Well, not one, but two naked people driving around the valley recently.
It's like an epidemic. You remember this guy, the carjacker in Scottsdale who jumped on top of the roof of the car naked and began to act crazily.
He caused several accidents. Then there's this guy who crashed in his rental truck into a home in North Phoenix and then tried to take off. Witnesses say the man was naked from the waist down, and officers are looking into whether drugs might have been involved in that.
In these cases and others around the nation, police are looking into whether bath salts may have been involved. These are the bath salts that are really something much more addictive and dangerous. One addiction specialist we spoke to today believes this type of thing is becoming all too common. Jill Monier has a story tonight.
Arizona law enforcement have had their hands full chasing naked men around in the last couple weeks.
I wouldn't approach naked people running around the streets of Phoenix.
You may remember this video from when a naked man was eventually reeled in at Tempe Town Lake. And who can forget this video taken of a naked man carjacking people in Scottsdale? While we still don't know exactly what caused them to act this way, police say they have an idea.
Generally speaking, if you run into a naked man out here, we found that there's usually some kind of illicit narcotic on board.
In Prescott, a naked man crashed a stolen Jeep and reportedly told police he had a prior addiction to bath salts, a designer drug that is smoked, snorted, or injected.
It's different than anything else that we've typically encountered because it's almost like having cocaine, ecstasy, LSD or acid, and amphetamine in one substance.
Dr. Ravi is an addiction specialist at Sundance Rehab in Scottsdale. He says the number of clients with bath salt addictions has gone up 200% in the last 6 months.
And I think why you're seeing people do crazy things on the news is because it's causing them to act in a psychotic fashion. So they're having hallucinations, they're having agitation, they're taking their clothes off to cool down from having perspired so much. They're prone to violence.
Dr. Ravi says the drug is difficult to detect, even through toxicology screenings. He says unless law enforcement cracks down further on the drug and those who sell it, we can expect to see more of these kinds of images.
All of these things are things that we're seeing through the media, and I don't think we're gonna stop seeing them anytime soon because it's still fairly easy to get your hands on.
And the bath salts are basically made to skirt the law. It's a combination of a bunch of different things that are always changing. So as soon as the Drug Enforcement Agency makes one component illegal, these street chemists come up with a different formula and a different recipe for the drug. Just last week, Congress moved to ban more compounds that the DEA identified. So it's an escalation.